Here, welcome to another episode of VB.NET project. In this video, let us learn how to delete the records from the table. So this is a part 5 of how to make VB.NET project series. And the first time if you are watching this video, we suggest you watch from the beginning. So this is a part 5. So you can start from the part 1. Therefore, easily you can understand the whole concept how to make the project. So here we focus on delete statement, that is an SQL statement. We should know how to use the SQL statement to delete the records. So SQL statement is also very important in order to work with the project, because any data you would like to send to the table or retrieve from the table or delete, modify, for all this SQL statements are very important. So in this video we focus more on delete statement and we learn how to delete the records from the table. Okay, so let us start with Visual Studio and show the demonstration. Fine. So we can start Visual Studio. So we already have the project because in the previous video we done this project, that is a college management, and we already created the form called as a course form, and we also provide you this in case you wish you can download this. So in order to download you need to go to our website, that is iblix.com. There the link is provided. Even in the description the link is available. So in case you wish you can able to download this project, and then you can open and then you can try. Better you can try yourself, okay, instead of downloading you can create your own, so therefore you don't need to download also. Anyway, it depends on your choice. You can choose which one is good for you, right? So here we have two text boxes and the one Kuma box, and now we have a database over here. I'll go to refresh this. It'll go to connect now, and if you expand this, so you can able to see the tables. So here is a course table, and we already have some data here. Right click, show table data. Right, so we enter already some data here. Fine, so let us run the project again and you can enter some more data. I'll enter some dummy data here, so because let us delete that data. Okay, there are 4 records already there. So let me enter some data like, okay, so we don't want this anymore. So save, so record saved, click new, ABC, so 8 semesters, save. So now there are 2 records here. Now we don't want these 2 records, we want to delete them. Now let us learn how to delete these 2 records. First step is when you click here, we need to bring the data back to this grid, from the grid to the text boxes. So once you can see this data, so then you can have one more button called the delete button here, so that you can able to delete it. I'll show you like how to do this. So first you can have one button. Now we'll take the close button to this end. So let it be there here. So copy this, right click again, paste. So you can call it as a modify. So it's modify. So before modifying the data, first you need to, when I click here, the data should go to these text boxes and the Kumu box. For that, you need a one event called as a cell click event. So for events, you have to select the first data grid. So you can see DG1 is selected, and then click on the events. All here is cell content click. Okay, by default it is there here. So you need to double click here. So it's going to create cell content click. Okay, so what will happen? So I'll just give a message box here to understand what will happen. Let's show. I just say clicked. So save this and then let us run. Now you can see that all the data is there. If I click on this, see that it's clicked. So what are the code we write? So it will be executed. If I click here, so it's executed. Now what our next step is, whenever I click, we need to select the course name. So we need to take the course name, then we need to go to the table and then we have to select the data, then we need to transfer the data to the text boxes. Then how to do this? So now let us take one more variable, dim pkvar as string, any name you can give. So pk primary key var, so therefore pkvar. So for this you need to transfer the course name, so pkvar, that is equal to, now when you click on the grid, okay, so here is the first column. So first column is represented by 0 and current row, that means where you click is a current row. Where you click is the current row. So therefore based on that we say dg1 dot current row dot cells of 0. Okay, so it's not taking. Fine. So dot, so you have to take a value there. Okay, so cell of 0 dot value. So the value will give the whatever the value in that particular cell will be given. Now you can say current row mean which row you have clicked. Cell of 0 means first column and that value should be transferred to pkvar. Now pkvar will have that value. So we can check it out again with the message box. So I'll just copy the same message box. Now instead of this I'll give pkvar. So save this, run. So now in the message box it should display ABC. Okay, so now it's ABC. So it's a BCA. So it's a BSC. So now we are able to read the value, the first row value. Let's remark it. After reading the value, so we should learn two more things. One is SQL command that we already discussed, SQL command. And there is one more called the SQL data reader. So now SQL command will execute the SQL statements. So when you execute a SQL statement like insert, update, delete, there is nothing come back. Okay, so we straight away send the data to the table. But whereas in case of SQL reader, I'll just show you this. Fine. So now assume that this is a table. So these are the rows and these are the columns. So when you say insert, so if you use the insert statement, so it'll send the data to the table. So nothing will come back. When you say update, again we'll change the data there. Okay, so if ABC is there, now you want to become the XYZ. So again nothing will come back. When you say delete, so again we are going to delete the records, nothing will come back. But whereas in case of select, what will happen? So here it will fetch the data and then bring the data over here. To hold this data we require SQL data reader. SQL data reader. What SQL data reader will do? So it's like a variable. Okay. So now we can say dr1 is a SQL data reader. So now dr1 is of the type SQL data reader because it can able to hold this data. So in our case is a course table. Course table. So in this we have a course name, details and the semesters. So when the data comes, what is the data type? Here is a varchar, here is a varchar, here is a varchar. So therefore this dr1 will create the same set of data types and it have the same number of columns and the rows. Therefore whatever the data comes, it can temporarily able to hold this here in a SQL data reader. That is what the advantage of SQL data reader. So SQL command is to execute the command. So any command, this, and this, and even the select statement. But whereas in these three cases, we can say execute non-query. So if you say cmd1 is a SQL command, then you can say cmd1 dot execute non-query. Execute non-query. Non-query means is not a query. Query is a select statement. When it's a non-query, is not a select statement. That is an insert statement or update statement or delete statement. When you execute this, there is no data will come back, but it will manipulate the data. But whereas you want to select the data, then you have to use the SQL data reader. So you should know this, then easy for you to understand why you have to use the SQL data reader. Fine. So now let's have a SQL data reader. So now let's write a statement SQL var. So what you want to select? You want to select the particular record. Which select you selected? That record has to be selected. Therefore, you can say select star from course tab, course table. So you have to give the where condition. When you say select star from course table, all the records will be selected, but we don't want all the records. We want only the particular record. So therefore, where, so course name, that is equal to, You have to give one single quote, then double quote, then ampersand sign, then the value is there in the pkvar, so therefore this is a pkvar, and then ampersand double quote single quote. Okay, so this statement has to fetch this particular record. Now that we need to execute via SQL command. So therefore you can say dim cmd1 as new SQL command. So here is a SQL var, and then you have to use the SQL connection CONN, and you say take care that SQL connection has to be opened. If there is not opened, then you can't use that. So therefore you can say SQL connection dot open. Okay, first you need to open that, then you have to use that one. Now whatever the data comes, that you need to transfer to the data reader. So therefore you can say dim dr1 as SQL data reader. So this is a data adapter, so that we discussed in the previous video, to fetch the data and to send the data to the grid view. Now this is the data reader. So select the data reader. So that is equal to cmd1 dot execute non-query. So this is non-query. Sorry, it's not a non-query. You should say execute reader. So you need to read the data and then you have to transfer the data. So therefore you say execute reader. So in execute a reader, that whatever the data is selected will come to dr1. Right. Now what happened? So dr1 will have the data. So we want to know whether there is a data or not. Sometimes there may not be data also. Therefore you can use one if condition. If dr1 dot read, mean if read means if there is a record. Okay. So dr1 dot read. So when you read, there is a record. If there is a record, what we can do is we can send this data to the text box 1 dot text. So that is dr1 of 0. You can also make it as 0 means 0 column. So because it's a left side is a string, we can make it as a string, to string. Same way, so text box 2. So this is 1, to string. Text box 3. This is 2. It's not a text box 3, it's a comma box 1. Now we select the data and we are transferring this data to the text box 1, that is a course name. This is the details and this is the semesters. So let us check this. So now click on ABC. You can see that ABC, what are the course detail and it. Now click on BSc. There is an error. So what is the error? The connection was not closed. So we say connection open, but we forget to close the connection. So if the connection is not closed, we can't open it again. So there's a problem. So what we can do is, so in order to solve this problem, so we can check the connection if SQL connection dot state. Okay. So it's a open. Okay. So open. Okay. So now first you need to compare with the this SQL connection. So this is SQL connection dot state. So that is equal to, so this is, here is not SQL connection, but you need to check with the connection state. Okay. So connection state dot open, then so this is the SQL connection dot state. Okay. So this is the state. It can be compared with the connection state dot open. If it is open, then what you want to do? So then what we want to do is we want to close the SQL connection. SQL connection dot close. Now this endif is not required because we written in the same line. Then SQL connection close. When you have if statement and you have only one statement, you can write in the same statement. Okay, now we'll take the cursor back. So this is the one advantage. Anyone in the runtime, we can able to take the cursor back. Then you can run from that location. Fine. Now you can see that it's displaying the data. Now there is no error. Even though we are not closing at the end, there is no problem because we take care the connection close here. So even if you forget to close this will take care. So that is the advantage. So always you need to check SQL connection dot state is equal to connection state dot open. If it is open, then you have to close, then you have to open this again. Right. So next is to write the code, like you want to delete it now. And also you can write else if there is no record. In that case, we can clear the text boxes. Whatever we written in the text box 1 to clear this, we can clear it because we don't want to put anything over there. So wait, let me clear all the data. So now we'll go to modify. Sorry, it's supposed to be delete. So it's not modify, it is a delete. Okay. So delete. So when you click delete, you want to delete the record. For that again you can say SQL var, that is a variable. So then you say delete from the table name. So what is the table name? So this is the course table where course name that is equal to, so pkvar. Okay, so this is the pkvar is already we stored there, so it still it is there in the variable, so therefore you need to give the pkvar here. So whatever you selected, that you want to delete it, that particular record you want to delete it. So for that again you require a SQL statement, so therefore I just copy all these things. So SQL state connection state dot open, close the connection, then you can open the connection, because here is a connection will be whenever you want to do some work, you to connect, immediately you need to disconnect. Okay, so therefore you can write here also SQL connection close. So you open the connection, we close the connection. In some cases, if there is some problem, mean we are not closed it, this will take care. If the connection is open, it will close the connection. So same thing here to close the connection. Now this is the cmd1 to delete the record. Then you have to write cmd1 dot execute non-query. So now it's a non-query because we are will not return anything. We're going to delete the record. So then you can close the connection. This is SQL connection dot close. So closed. And you can also give the message record deleted. Otherwise, how do you know whether it's deleted or not? So message box dot show. So you can say that a record deleted. Fine. Now let's run this. So select this, click delete, say that record deleted. Now you can see that it is not deleted from here. Okay. So what you can do is you can say display. Now it's gone. Again SDF delete. So it's not clear from here. What you have to do is we need to call the function here. How you called in a form load event. In the form load event you call the function. So therefore you can call the same procedure here also. So after deleted, so you can call this function. So when you delete this record, so it automatically refreshed. So enter some data, save, record saved. Now again you select the same data, then delete, record deleted, and you can see that it will go off now. So that is removed. So this is how we can delete the record from the table. So in order to delete this, you have to use the delete statement. Delete. So on particular key you want to delete. Now course name is the main key here. So based on the course name, you need to delete the record. Therefore you have to say that is equal to pkvar. So hope you understand the concept now. If you not yet watched the previous videos, so please go to iBlix tutorials. So you can search in YouTube. Then you go to videos. So here you can see that we already have the different part of videos. So this is a part 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And also we provided many videos here, particularly for projects. So please watch them and at least create 1 or 2 projects in your system. Make everything is ready. That definitely will help for your interviews in future, and keep improve them. So what are the things you are learning, you implement into that project. Also please subscribe to our channel, and also you can add up to favorites window. So here is the favorite icon. So on clicking this, so it will go to favorite bar. So you can say done. So next time you can able to see that here. Okay. So when you click here, immediately will go to that particular channel. So then easy for you to watch the videos, browse the videos, and which are the one you want, you can able to watch it. And we'll come out with the more videos. interview questions, and also synopsis, how to make DFT, ER diagram, all will be come in this series. And also you can go to our website if you want some synopsis and all. So we provide many synopsis here. If you open this, you'll get all the synopsis over here. So please check it out. That is iblix.com. So you can also add to favorite window. So then you can immediately can get into that particular site. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this, and also please suggest our site to your friends and who are doing any CS course. Thank you again.